This video is meant to be a brief introduction into the SPSS program. The first thing that we're going to look at is what's called data view. So if you look at the bottom of your screen, you see these two different options. The default is data view, which is just the main spreadsheet or where most of your data is housed. Each column in data view represents variables. So you see a list of variables floating across the top header row. At the top here where it says visible, you notice that there's 128 variables in the data. So this is the American National Election Study 2012 data set. Each row in this data set represents survey respondents who took the ANES survey during the 2012 presidential election. So each of these cells under these variables indicates the respondents' answer to the questions on the survey for all these individual 128 variables. Now what's neat about SPSS is that if you switch over to variable view, it gives you a little bit more information about the data that you're working with. So scrolling up here to the top, you see a list of all the variables in the data set, but they're organized in rows here. And attached to each of these variables is just more information about them. So label tells us about the question in the ANES dataset, and values tells us about the different categories that our variables are labeled. So for example, when we're looking at the gender variable, which is just the gender of the respondent, if you go to values and you click the three dots, what you'll see is that 1 is male and 2 is female. A lot of the data that you'll have will come preset, but you have the option to change whatever in the label or value box, and that's pretty much up to you to determine how you want to work with your data and what you want to see in the output.